It's been quite a while since we've done one of these. We're doing Minecraft Monday. We are back in our little Jurassic Island here, our little Site B, but we don't have a Site A, which makes having a Site B kind of weird. Has anybody ever talked about that? Why is Isla Nublar Site A and Isla Sorna Site B if Isla Sorna is the factory floor? Isla Sorna should be Site A, and Isla Nublar should be Site B. Yep, and that's how I'm starting this episode. Okay, so we're building a little Baryonyx exhibit today. That is the plan. We're gonna build an exhibit and clone some berries to put in it and go from there. So, because of that, we need to get some water in here. I've already prepared the terrain we're gonna put in, or the terrain layout for the exhibit, but I haven't put in any of the other material. The terraforming or whatnot is one of the things that takes a while to do, so we don't want to, you know, deal with all that necessarily. We don't want to watch me dig a bunch of dirt out of the ground over and over again, right? So that's why I opted to skip all that. Okay, that water is propagating all the way over there, and all the way over there. There's like an optimal way you can do this, I'm sure, but this is actually probably pretty close to optimal, I would imagine. Something like that. Well, we're getting there. It's sort of a lake. I have a vision in my head for what this exhibit's gonna look like. Remains to be seen if we can make that vision reality exactly, but I'm hopeful. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's all flat over to there. Hey, I think we're good. That seems like one whole lake to me. Okay, I like to do all the waterways one tile deep to minimize the possibility of drowning. I probably should experiment with that again at some point and figure out if the dinosaurs actually are going to drown in deeper water. It was certainly a problem in older versions, but I don't know if that remains a persistent issue in the current era of the game. Now, we need to get our fences built, so let's work on that a bit. It is light security fence. Let's do this. We do Minecraft. We do this. This is what I need. I need stone, iron nuggies. Great. So we got to get rid of... let's just do one of that, and then some of that. We need to, I'm gonna just put that in there for now. Okay, and then we need base. Give me that. Where is it on the thing? Wait, am I missing a material still? Damn it. Redstone, stone, iron nuggets, iron ingots. Does it not show up on this tab? I thought it did. Stone. Oh, it was right there the whole time. I'm just blind. Great. Cool. Awesome. I'm just bad at seeing things. Can I just put all these bugs in this chest here? Bugs and that and seeds and stuff? Yeah, you can get out of here. Okay. We're gonna need more than 6 at least. Let's start with 18 and see how that works. I don't have... It's not going to be a very big exhibit. This is the current plan for the layout. I think we want to go... Yeah. Right here, I think, is what I was thinking. Yeah, that looks good. So there will be the primary lake. Then there'll be this area extending out over here. We need another, probably just another 18 or so. Really, if we make extra of this, it's actually not even a problem because there's plenty of other opportunities to use it in the future, I'm sure. And yeah, this is on, if we look at the map here, wrong map, get out of space map, we need land map. This is, yeah, up here on this hillside, the herbivore enclosure is back here. We're on the very southern end of the island. I wanted to have it slightly mountainous. I had this vision of like a kind of a grizzly bear river and lake type setup. So that's the aesthetic I've been going for here. So I wanted a little bit up in the hills. It's maybe a little lower down in the hills than I would have originally hoped, but I think it's, yeah, there was already some like environment here. This like dip was kind of natural here, and I just like expanded out the edges, and you know, that's why they're 3 blocks deep instead of it just sloping down like it used to. But the dip where this lake was started was actually present to begin with. Didn't have water, of course, because we just added that. Alright, so 1 extra base. We need some fence poles. Probably need all of these. Why don't we just take apart all these blocks of iron? Yeah, because 20 is not going to be nearly enough, but we can get started. So I want to do 1, 2, maybe 3 high for a berry enclosure. Probably feels about right. We'll do a section there. We'll do a section here. And then 1 down here. At a minimum. We're going to probably put in more. I just want to space it out a little bit. I didn't like size any of this out. So this is 9 fence sections inside. I basically just, you know, kind of aligned it with like the maximum extent of the hillside height. So the hillside naturally ended here at this level. So I went 1 block in, and same thing over there. You can see there's 1 block past the fence. And then just flatten it out to those levels all the way along here. So this is kind of an artificial embankment. Which I think is totally reasonable, because if you were building a park, you would have artificial embankments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 interior fence pieces. Means we want 11, and then a fence post, and then 11 probably, I think. I think that would be the correct aesthetic. And this should be another 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the flower. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Looks right. Yeah, that gives us 9, 11, and 11 for the fence pieces. So if we do that, we actually don't need more of these fence posts. Yeah, it would be 5, 1, 5 if I wanted to break this up further. Then I could do 1, 2, 3, 4 fence. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I want that. I think I prefer the extended fence like this. Let's just do that. That seems fine. Alright, you go in here. Now we need fence wires, which, if we do... No, this button. Yes. Wire. Iron ingots, iron... That. Iron, iron bars, redstone. My brain, no worky good. There you go. Why don't we just, yeah, take all that fence for now. Because we need a lot for 3 different tiers of fence height that we're putting in here. Now, in the last episode, we saw that a bunch of our herbivores died. We never found out why. I haven't done too much to try and correct that situation. I haven't brought them back or anything, so we're just going to kind of wait and see if maybe we stumble into an answer to why a bunch of them died, or maybe we don't. We'll never know, but yeah, we'll see. If the existing ones die, then we'll work on trying to, like, I don't know. Maybe we'll strip out all the trees and try that and see if it's like the trees that are killing them, like they're growing into the trees when they get to a growth stage or something. Or maybe we just won't worry about it and life will be pain and all our dinosaurs will never reach adulthood. One possible thing was the consideration that maybe they had starved, because I don't know how the mechanics work when you're outside of a chunk, if they actually have a food bar that goes down and then you load into the chunk and then the food bar is like 0 and they just start starving or something. I do currently have dinosaur metabolism turned off. It's a game rule you can toggle. I turned it off because if we're going to introduce Baryonyx into the park, I am not going to be dealing with feeding carnivores all the time. In my experience, the feeders are not very good in Jurassicraft. They just spew meat out like constantly or insects out constantly, and you really can't keep anything fed that needs to be fed that way. Now, if I was going to actually... Oh, look, we got 3 extra wire sections. That's actually just about perfect. If I was going to do a park build where I had to feed my dinosaurs, I would have to probably get creative with it. I figure out some sort of like redstone circuit or something to like manually eject food on like a timer from like a dispenser or something, like base game Minecraft stuff, because the feeders just don't seem to function. It's possible I am missing something as to how they work, but I think they're just not exactly properly implemented. That's what I think is going on there. Okay, so let's see. We got some potential decorations. We have cattails. Now, do these work? Okay, they can't go in the water, but we can put cattails around the lake, which is, I think, aesthetically cool. Gives it more of a swampy vibe. Do these grow bigger? No. What if I do that? No. Okay. Yeah, we'll just scatter some of these around. We'll just maybe use up all the ones we got, because I don't know if we're going to have any other kind of aquatic type habitats. And then we've got some bamboo, which I thought would fit with a similar little aesthetic here, maybe. So let's put down a few pieces of some bamboo growing. Kind of a bamboo swamp type thing, maybe. Don't want too much, because we don't want it to just be a forest of bamboo, and we don't want our dinosaurs to get, like, trapped or anything. You know, hopefully it's not an issue, but I just can't be sure. And it's not like they can eat their way out like an herbivore could. Let me just put a piece there or something. That's probably fine. Alright, and then we can just put some grass in here to like make this look like a little bit more of something, not just some flat green. That's probably good too. Okay, that's the lower level, at least, of the Baryonyx exhibit. I think that looks pretty all right. Yeah. Okay, so let's pop back to our little storage box. I think we can put away most of this decorative stuff. We can chuck these extra plants in here. Give me my bread back. I do appear to be hungry. Let's see. Okay, what next? I want a waterway that kind of empties into the lake, but I don't want it to be like a full-on waterfall. I've experienced that being an issue for dinosaurs in previous builds, where if you have a waterfall, the dinosaur will climb up the waterfall, swim to the top, and then pop out the side and take falling damage and eventually kill itself, or possibly just kill itself immediately. So that's something we want to avoid. But I do want water to flow into this, which is going to actually like mess up our plants here a little bit, but that's fine. So let's start playing around here. I'm thinking something like that. It might not. I mean, if it comes straight into there, that's actually fine. And that's the goal here. And then we'll re-terraform some of the shoreline here to make this work as well. In fact, why don't we pull this down all the way there? Yeah, maybe we do this, and then this. Open this. Let's get some lights up so we can see what we're doing. Yeah, so I think the water, if the water flows out like this, flows down there, and this gets us an embankment up, which I think is fine. Something like that. And then we have this over here. Maybe like that. I guess we can do this. We'll replace this with dirt for now. I might actually change that up because I wanted to have some rock in here as well. But for the time being, until we've kind of settled on what it's going to look like, we'll do this. I think we should go up here in elevation. Yeah, I think I like that. Maybe something like this for this section. It might work. So the water flows down. There's still like, yeah, because I want to make sure the elevation doesn't get too steep between sections. So maybe we go back more. If we do this, let's also stop worrying about turning this into dirt, actually. It's not necessarily good, because if we build it differently, then it's not achieving anything. So if this is like that, let's put a torch here and a torch over there. Then, yeah, that to there, to there, to there. And then the river mouth, such as it is, we'll just put over here, kinda. Like that, I think. Let's go grab the water. A bucket of water. I think we just toss this in here. Yeah. So if we're looking from the outside, you look over there, you can see the river coming out a little bit. It's not very noticeable, but what if we get an elevated position? If we can get up into a tree, which I cannot see because it is dark out, that might give us a better view. I guess we can just, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna just go over here and look at it. Why is there a whole ass log here? I hate that aesthetically. That's weird. Let's just kill it. Okay, yeah, so if we're over here by these trees, we look through the gap. You can kind of see it. Yeah. A little waterway coming out of the cliffside there. We need to fix up this edge here, of course, so they can't escape. but I think I like it generally. Now we just need to work out the particulars. If we do something like that. I mean, 2 blocks at an angle is probably safe for anything, I think. I mean, there's some degree of jumping that dinosaurs can do, but hopefully the Baryonyxes aren't possessing a particularly impressive vertical leap. I think that should be fine. Okay. So that's our little riverway. That's great. If we want to put in a little simulated extension to it, we can do a river section up here and then have it kind of just go into a hole. So what if we do that? We could do... some little thing like this. Kinda hate that, actually. Actually, we can go keep that. This can go down here. And the existing river ends at this point. Something like that. I need a water bucket. Go grab that real quick. Water bucket. Number 2. We need number 1 to have water back in it actually as well. And it's daylight. Let's get rid of those torches. They should not be there at the end of all this. Torch. I'm going to assume that went into my inventory. I did not actually see that happen, but I'm just going to choose to believe that it worked. And that the torch is not lost to time. 64 in the stack. It went back. We know it. We know it did. Okay. Yeah, so we just get a nice little kind of hilltop lake thing here, which drains down here, into this non-existent hole in the ground. Which we consider to go down to the Baryonyx cave, or the Baryonyx enclosure, the Baryonyx spillway, whatever. The point is, the water goes into a little cave and it comes out there in our head cannon. It doesn't actually, because, well, the dinosaurs would swim up and escape, and that'd be bad for everybody involved in the park. That'd be not good. But for us, yeah, I think this is good. It works for us. We know in our heads what it actually is. Oh, and look, you can even see the kind of little lake connecting the little, like, spring up on the top of the hill to the actual, like, lake collecting further down. I like it. That's nice. We gotta get this grass grown in here and get another look at it at some point. But, yeah, it should be pretty good. We need to... Why don't we fill these back up with water? Because we'll need water for generating our Baryonyxes in a little bit. And I want to do a tiny bit more art on this exhibit. I want to... So my thought was to try and use some gravel, some stone, some cobblestone, some regular stone, mossy stone and regular stone, to kind of try and create a little bit more of a rockier hillside over here, where this water's coming. So how do I want to do that aesthetically? That's the real question. I guess the thing we could do to start with is if we remove the dirt, put that as stone, and now we got this kind of mountain river thing going on here. We'll go maybe to there. The rest of it can remain dirt. I think that's probably fine. I actually need this dirt because I ran out of dirt when I was doing my terraforming. It's one of those things you're like, I'm never going to run out of dirt in Minecraft, and then you run out of dirt in Minecraft and your whole world is upended. Yeah, so... why don't we do this in rock? Just straight up stone pieces, and then we'll replace them for some other aesthetics. This way we know what we're looking at. Oh, that's going to ruin everything. Or not, because it flows straight into that waterway, and it's fine, actually. Okay, cool. Let's do this as stone as well. I think. And then we can have, yeah, the dirt down here in front of it looks good. And then this is stone. How do I feel about this? I guess it's fine. It's probably fine. I don't know. This is all dirt up here anyway. So yeah, that actually kind of tracks the amount of like dirt heading down the hillside. Does not look terribly unusual. So I want... let's just start to replace things and think about it. We want some mossy stone, we want some cobblestone, and we want some gravel for kind of this broken up kind of aesthetic. So let's just start kind of erratically doing stuff. Just to kind of mix it up. Kind of some different rock aesthetics here mixed together. The gravel being on either side is weird, so let's not do gravel there. We can do that. Let's put a little piece of gravel back in here. Can I get a bird's eye view? I guess we can go up the hill here and take a look. Yeah, let's look off the edge of this tree. Yeah, I mean, it's small. It is very small, but it does kind of have this... if you looked at the Pixelmon playthrough on my VOD's channel... is there a link to that somewhere? Maybe. Follow the links. But there's a biome in there that's made out of a mixture of like rock and mossy cobblestone, regular cobblestone, and gravel, which is kind of the aesthetic I'm going for. Kind of a rocky, deserty plateau thing. Not deserty, rocky, but like... actually probably more like taiga-y, which is perhaps deserty in the technical definition of a desert, which does not require it be hot. Antarctica. Antarctica is a desert. Shush, other computer. Oh my god. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for here. I think I'm content enough with this. Is it my best work? Probably not. Am I a biome designer in Minecraft? Usually no. Not usually how I spend my days. Let's do a section of cobblestone here, maybe? Yeah, I think that looks good to break that up. And then we can do a little bit of other stuff here. Like if we put a little bit of that, we can create a little bit of a different aesthetic that way. Not really much else I can do with like making something else here, like gravel. Oh, I have an idea. I wonder if it's going to look like anything. What if we replace some of this with gravel? Kind of giving it like this spillway aesthetic, like gravel that's being washed down the mountainside is like depositing here into the waterway. You know what? I kind of like it. Let's remove this dirt, make this all gravel as well. Actually, let's mix in a little bit of cobblestone. Yeah, there you go. I think I kind of like that. I think that has a good vibe to it here. In fact, maybe we replace all of the water blocks with like primarily gravel, but some cobblestone. Like nobody's gonna look at this that closely, including me, but like, you know what? We're looking at it right this very moment. So I mean, why not? Oh, and we'll put gravel here because that's where like the water's filtering out, right? It's filtering out through the gravel. Yeah, that makes sense actually, right? Because like it's loose gravel, the water can flow out of there. I like it. I like the concept. Do I want to put like gravel in the corner here maybe to like further reinforce that? Kind of. I think we'll do this. We'll do this. You are gravel. Let's just do rock. Gravel there, rock there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Or maybe some more mossy here would be good. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. It's looking good. It's looking good. We'll do this as gravel too because I'll know if it's not. And this can stay dirt because it's like the gravel is washing out of it when it goes underground here. And that's why this is, you know, this section of the waterway is all gravel. Cool. I'm happy with the aesthetic. I think we're done with design work. I think we can go hatch our little friends and get them in this enclosure. So let's go do that. I will cut here until we're back at the lab. We are back to the lab. We have 3 viable genetic samples of Baryonyx. So let's get cracking here. We need to go, I need to remind myself which machines do what. This one synthesizes DNA. It should be a thing. Yes, there it goes. Okay, great. So yeah, we'll synthesize 3 sets of Baryonyx DNA, 1 from each different genetic sequence. And then we can get the embryos going. This is the longest step, I think. It looks like we've got everything else we need. Do we need petri dishes or something there? Hold on. Oh, we probably do need some petri dishes. Well, let's go find some petri dishes. Don't appear to have any in here. Okay, well that gives us a little something to do, a little quest to go on. Well, our first Baryonyx genetic sample processes there. Give me this. There doesn't appear to be any glassware in here either. Keep the tin ore. Okay. Very well. I think there is glass over here in my hidey hole. I really need to finish like constructing the base. Like right now we're building multiple pens when we don't even have a house or a lab or anything. Okay, I think it's just glass panes. Yes. 8 petri dishes. Sure, that seems fine. Nothing else here to drop off, I don't think. It's probably still a little patching to do, I think, over by the Baryonyx exhibit, which is why I want to keep my dirt on me. Gonna need that. Yes. U1 Baryonyx DNA sample. Baryonyx DNA sample number 2. Number 1. Yes. Okay, good. Petri dishes were all that were missing. Great. So that one is going. This one is going. Boop, 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 boop. And yes. Boom. Give me a fertilized egg. Awesome. This process, interestingly, much more complex than you might think. Cloning an organism like a chicken that hatches from an egg is apparently a nightmare, actually, for the purpose of cloning. Mammals are much easier to do. Okay, let's do, I believe it's female is the one side, male is the other, so let's go with one of these. So we put one female, one male, one female, we'll do that. They'll have different skin patterns, so we want to see them all. I think that would be fun. Why don't I just skip the rest of this? Okay, our third sample is processing right now. These machines really should be synchronized so the amount of time they take is equal. Because it's rather annoying if, you know, if I want to process one of these, this step finishes way quicker than this does, so I have to sit here and wait for this one. I can't just, you know, move them along the assembly line, which would be really nice. It'd be really nice if it was just, you know, one going in here, one going in here, one going in here. They all finish in the same, you know, lockstep, and then we can all move them over one machine at a time. Or, like, a slight difference in time to, like, compensate for the time it takes to, like, pick it up and move it. That could work, too. Like, if this was a little shorter than this or something. Pull this out. By the time you get to here, this one's done. You can put it in. Then by the time you get to here, this one's done. And you can put, you know, the one you pulled out of here into here. That'd work pretty good. I've started the eggs. They take a little while to go. While these process, we can go... Well, first we'll drop off the Baryonyx DNA discs. We can store those again. We can go check out the herbivores and see how they're doing since it's daylight out. That's probably a worthwhile little decoy trip. Decoy, that's not the word I'm looking for. Detour, I guess? Yeah, worthy little detour. I don't know why I said decoy. It's like it's a decoy for content, huh? No. This actually is relevant content. So this is a Huangosaur. I thought I saw the other one. Are both Huangosaurs alive? They might be. They might be. I wonder if just these trees are too dense, maybe, too, and they get caught on the trees, like, stuck between them when they die. Hadrosaur is still alive. The Pachycephalosaur is still out here, too. I saw that. Yeah, there's the Pachycephalosaur. I would really like to know if both Huangos are around. Because I mean, it was nighttime when I came back through here and looked for dinosaurs. So I'm not sure if if this guy at night looked like a little bit different color palette, or if the male and female are both still alive. And that's why the different color palette appeared to be here. Also, these trees are naked. I'm just going to strip them out. Well, you're not quite, but you basically are stripped. So let's just get you out of there, too. Yeah, because if both Huangos are alive, then what are we missing? Like the Para and the Musauruses? Do we have multiple Musaurus? I don't remember. I'm really surprised the Musaurus would die. I mean, they got killed by cocoa beans, but I mean, that's a special case. Like, this tree is weird too. Let's get rid of this one. The cocoa beans are so small, which is how the Musaurus got under them and got killed. But how would the Musaurus get killed with a regular tree? I'm very suspicious of this. Also, dinosaur metabolism false, but we heard them eat. I mean, maybe they just don't have a hunger bar, but the eating action's separate from their hunger bar? I don't know. Don't know how a lot of this works. And there's not good, like, not good documentation for Jurassicraft. You just gotta, like, ask the Discord server, I guess, and who wants to do that? I just want to read articles. I don't want to talk to people. Yeah, I don't know. The Huango was over here, so I'm going to have to assume that I just saw the one, and it looked a little different just at night. I don't remember what the other Huango looked like anyway, to be fair, so it's very possible that I just saw that one. I mean, we can always just clone, you know, every set of Huango DNA that we have, and just have there be extra. Also, it's really cool that you can see the eggs that are put in here, and I think there's actually different models for different eggs, if I remember correctly. It's pretty cool. Hatched male, hatched female, and one that is still going. We can take you guys, toss you into the inventory. This one needs a moment still. Okay. We can go check the forge here a little bit. Well, there we go. That's for building up the walls here, which I've been progressively working on a little bit. You know, it takes a little bit of time to actually process all the ore, which is why it's been slow going. But we'll get there eventually, you know, one day. One day it'll happen. This can actually just stay in my inventory too, I think. Okay, have I wasted enough of your time that the last Baryonyx egg is hatched? Let's go see. If not, I'll just, like, pause the recording. I probably just should have done that in the first place and sat here staring at this egg, waiting for it to hatch like a gormless fuck. And there we go. Through the magic of pausing a recording, the egg is complete. Running a little low on peat moss. I'm going to have to stay on top of farming that more. It takes 9 sheets of moss to make a peat moss block to hatch 1 egg. And we've got just a small growing area in this pen here, which I should really just remove from here and put it into a more flexible area, so we don't have to go into the dinosaur enclosure. Do we have just the one hadrosaur? What, like one hadrosaurus, which is this guy? I think so. I don't think we hatched multiples. Because that was one we hatched after I hatched the first wave. That was a later addition to the park, to the island, because it's not really a park. I'm just seeing if there's any dinosaurs over here real quick. It would be really fun to get villagers in, which might be, you know, an objective we do at some point. Go like round up some guests for our park / scientists for our lab, depending on how you want to think about it. We'll just kill this tree too. It's pretty stripped. And this one is also gross. This is not a tree maintenance video though, so we should not dilly-dally here too long. Whee! I love this grappling hook. It is the primary reason I included Galacticraft. It's like solar panels for the lab eventually would be fun, and then this grappling hook is just awesome. Love it. Galacticraft is a fantastic mod if you're into space stuff. As an astrophysicist, I fully support Galacticraft existing and everything. Alright, 3 Baryonyx eggs. I think we probably shouldn't risk them getting to us and eating us. Can we put them on that tree? Yeah, okay. Hey, yo, Barry, can you get off the tree? Perfect. Okay, 2 Fallen Kingdom style Baryonyxes. I'm waiting for this one to move off the tree and releasing a third. Whoop. Oh, they are all the same. Okay, I was kind of expecting one to be a website Baryonyx, not gonna lie. Is there a color palette difference between the male and the female? Like, is one a different shade? I'm curious if they're dangerous to me. We got armor on. Let's jump in there real quick. Just to find out. You gonna eat me? Hey. Okay, it looks like we can mingle. It seems fine. You can eat those parrots. I mean, actually, if they would eat parrots, this would be a really good way to feed them. They're really nice looking. Like, for a Fallen Kingdom Baryonyx, of course, which I don't hate. I would like the Fallen Kingdom Baryonyx a lot more if the hands were a little more distinctive. If the, you know, the Baryonyx fishing claw was a bit bigger and better looking. I'm worried that you are gonna have problems someday, my friend. Bobbing around in the water. Are you gonna move, or is that tree messing with you? Well, that is cool. Hello, my friends. Can I get... Yeah, this guy, it seems like he might be stuck. Can I get a couple of you to, like, look into the camera together? That'd be cool. Do you want to just, do you want to come over here to the water? Yeah? To the water's edge? Parrot! Get out of the way! You're not part of this. You're not the dinosaur that's for show here. You are an incidental creature. Okay, okay, guys, you're just really running around. You're really going everywhere. Wait. Oh, damn it, come back. It's almost perfect. This one was just standing here. The other one went sprinting past. Why you guys gotta make this difficult for me? I just want a screenshot. Oh, he's back over here by the water. That's a good place to keep an eye on him. Make sure they can't. Ooh. Oh, did I get it? Oh man, I gotta check if I got the screenshot right now. You know what? That'll work. That'll do. It's not the best. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll see a better one, but I think right now we've got a bigger problem to deal. Oh, wait, did I say something too soon? Yes, you actually did get out of the water, and now you're stuck yourself under this tree. Okay, I feel like this is a danger zone thing. I feel like we're gonna have a Baryonyx die here if I'm not careful with these trees. So I'm just gonna, yeah, remove this one. I think that's a little bit safer environment for them to not get stuck in weird spots. Hopefully. Oh, did he lay down? You sitting down, little friend? Look at you. Look at you, friend. Very nice. Nice idle animations of them like bobbing around and moving, that they're not just static. That's always something that, like, you know, it's Minecraft, things are going to be blocky and all, but the fact that, like, sometimes you get creatures and mods that, like, just statically sit there and don't move, and it really, like, ruins the immersion, so to speak, of them being, like, anything. Like, I mean, even the base Minecraft creatures, when they're, like, idle, they just sit there. Like, these parrots, when they stop flying, they're just static. And that's, not so cool. Not as cool as these Baryonyxes that actually move around. Okay. Well, we'll have to check back in on these guys in a little bit, in a future episode, and see how well they hold up in their little exhibit. It'll be really good to see them grown up and get a sense of their adult scale. I wonder if there's any way to, like, speed up growth rates or something. There probably is a serum that helps them grow, because that's like a thing. It's fun to watch them. I mean, it's always fun to watch your dinosaurs in your little park do what they do in whatever game you're playing that you're building a dinosaur park in. But, cool. Alright, why don't we leave this one here until next time when I have to decide what we do in that episode.